Hi, I would like to briefly go over the Professional Learning Community Implementation Plan for Oak Grove High School. I would like to start by looking at some data that would explain why we're doing this. First of all, um, some information from DeFore's book. Researchers have discovered in districts with higher PLC participation that they have fewer student retentions. Part of that comes from using common assessments, data analysis, and targeted interventions. And this has proven to help teachers improve student learning by looking at their data, figuring out where their weaknesses are, and then providing interventions for them. The research has also indicated that this implementation of PLCs can also help students from lower socioeconomic homes increase achievement because teachers are learning new strategies to work with struggling students. Let's take a moment and revisit the purpose of PLC work. Why in the world are we even here talking about PLC work? Well, some of the reasons are that this can positively impact student learning and achievement. Students feel better about themselves when they're successful academically. This helps us focus on high achievement for all, not just the teachers, but also the students. It can increase student achievement, and it also does a wonderful thing for the culture of your school, increasing teacher collaboration. Let's look at one of my favorite quotes from Richard DeFore. The most promising strategy for sustained substantive school improvement is developing the ability of school personnel to function as professional learning communities. For teachers to be able to work together, looking at ways to improve student instruction is one of the most powerful ways to begin seeing students achieve. So why in the world are we doing this? What are we doing during PLCs? Well, this gives us an opportunity when you work with teachers and administrators to have a shared responsibility in decision making. It helps us redesign instruction by seeing where we are weak as instructors as well as where our students are weak in their achievement or success of mastering standards. It helps us rethink our responsibilities to our students. Giving common assessments takes planning. When teachers can sit down and work together, it helps them be able to plan assessments among each other and give common assessments. One of the things that I think is most productive in looking at common assessments is when you consider how important it is to go deeper in the subject matter. It helps the teachers be able to increase the depth of knowledge of the students or the testing of the depth of knowledge of the students when they sit together and work together to build their common assessments. The other thing it does is it helps to reveal weaknesses within a grade level for students or within a common subject for students. It also can help reveal weaknesses. When you have a new teacher who's being mentored by someone, it can definitely help to look at a common assessment and see if the new teacher's data is similar to the teachers around her and see if she is being able to successfully deliver instruction with her students. And that brings us to data analysis. When you have your common assessments, it's important that teachers can take the opportunity in PLC work to analyze their data, to analyze not only the outcome of the student achievement, but also when you look at data to see if there were questions that were poorly written or if there was a format of a question that students just couldn't understand. That also indicates some things that teachers can work on in the classroom in addition to just standards achievement. And then it also helps to be able to give targeted intervention to students who are struggling. It's hard to help a student improve if you don't know what it is they need improvement on. Now, we are currently transitioning in Jefferson County and at Oak Grove High School in our structure of the Oak Grove High School PLCs. We have two different formats of professional development meetings which lead the work that happens in our professional learning communities. One is the LDC-MDC. That's the Literacy Development Collaborative and the Math Development Collaborative. Because we are doing this in stages, we are in year 1 of implementation, and we currently have 5 teachers, which is approximately 10% of our faculty, that are participating in the LDC-MDC. This collaborative works towards first getting literacy in all subject matter, and it also is helping to increase the depth of knowledge in instruction for math. Year 2 implementation, we will have 20 teachers on board, which is approximately 50% of our faculty. And then year 3 implementation, we will have 20 teachers on board who will be new to the implementation of LDC-MDC, which means that we will then have all 40 teachers trained, and approximately 100% of our faculty will have their PLCs revolving around the LDC-MDC collaboratives. Currently, for the teachers who aren't involved in the LDC-MDC collaboratives, we are going through some training with Jefferson County with the depth of knowledge information, working with our instructional coaches that are coming out to the school, and doing some training with our teachers on changing the way we ask questions on our assessments and looking at questioning within our classroom to increase the understanding of the student's true depth of knowledge, and then changing the way we deliver our instruction and the way we do our assessments to show if the child has truly understood things at Webb's depth of knowledge level 3 or 4. So in year 1 implementation, while we have our 5 teachers doing the LDC-MDC collaborative, we have 35 of our teachers who participate in the depth of knowledge, and those are divided out based on their departments. In the year 2 of implementation, we have 20 teachers, which is approximately 50% of our faculty, while the other 50% is participating with LDC-MDC collaboratives. As you can see, there isn't a year 3 implementation of depth of knowledge, because what will happen is all teachers will be shifted by year 3 into the LDC-MDC collaborative, where we are learning to write modules and instruct using those modules, using opportunities to do literacy activities, writing activities in all subjects, and especially in math, being able to make sure that the curriculum is going deeper and that we are assessing deeper than just level 1 or level 2 when you look at Webb's depth of knowledge. Now, let's talk about what our additional PLC meetings look like. Currently, we go to meetings downtown for the LDC-MDC as well as the depth of knowledge. We get back together here on campus and we do turnaround training in our PLC meetings. In addition to that, we hold our PLC meetings for data meetings. We do our department planning. Middle school meets to plan, which is generally done by grade level. We have our 6th grade teachers that have their PLC meetings. And in addition to the trainings, turnaround trainings that we are doing for the MDC, LDC, and the depth of knowledge, and the data meetings that we are having by department and by middle school and planning for instruction through those items, we also have additional PLC meetings as we work on training and implementing on things such as technology, on our ICU, which is our database, which we use for students who do not complete their work, and we turn that in, and that has been an effort that we've done a very good job of this year in trying to work with communicating with parents and helping with the PST process, problem solving team, when we have students who are struggling, and making our determinations as our PLC groups as to what the interventions need to be for our struggling students. So I hope you understand and have enjoyed the opportunity to see the overview of Oak Grove High School's Professional Learning Community Plan, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.